Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Outer Worlds. Okay, so what I did was I loaded up our previous saved game all the way back, like damn near 2 weeks ago. So this is the Let's Play, or I'm sorry, the one where we are following Phineas Wells and everything like that. We are on the mission, where we at? The Brave New World. So we have to confront Sophia on Tartarus. We're not going to do that. We're going to do our companion quests and everything like that, and we're going to start with Ellie. I think I remember saying that in the last video. We are going to try, and we're going to do all the companion side quests to see if we're having a better outlook on the game and everything like that. Because if you guys watched the last episode, I believe it was the last episode, I don't know, it's been a while since I played The Outer Worlds. You know, I'm a busy dude, man. I really want to get this Let's Play, up and rolling and everything like that, but it's just so hard to try to get these videos out. But in the last video, we finished the game with Sophia's whatever, I don't know, her ending.
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Doc Wells never hurt nobody. Just a kindly old fella living by his lonesome up in the rings, tinkering at his table. The board just couldn't leave him be.
And here we are, entertaining the notion of busting him out. That's insane, and likely a hell of a lot of fun.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth, but that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane, but maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous, and I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
Of course we're going to be successful, Ada. Because I'm the captain.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick. Got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
So this must really be the good ending, because I don't remember the last part of them all talking at the end. But maybe I just wasn't paying attention last time. If we remember correctly, this is our actual character that we were going to focus on. I think we're just going to try to max out as much as we can and go from there. I don't think we can't get a perk. Let's go to Ellie. I don't remember what we wanted to choose for her. I'm gonna do this one. And oh, we can upgrade them all. I think we're gonna do this one for all of them because it's whenever they take damage. So that's fine. Damaged creatures. That seems good. And the stand your ground perk. Alright, let's do Parvati. Let's do stand your ground perk. Vicar Max. Now, we haven't upgraded Max at all. 10% range damage. We're going to do the armor rating. Trick shot ignores... I don't know what that is. Science weapon damage. I don't really know. I guess maybe the hack, and then we'll do the stand your ground. And then we got Sam here. Sam is the cool guy. We're going to do the health. We're going to do the range damage, armor rating. I mean, I don't know how common N-ray damage is. But I do like the damage to automechanicals. And I think what we're going to do is we'll do the stand your ground. And I think that's good for all of our characters. I don't know if 5 perks is the max for the character. I don't remember. But like I said, guys, this is the character that we're going to end the game with. We're going to do the DLC with this character. It will be a while now before we even, do anything. So let's go to Terra 2. And we're going to go to... this one right here, and we're gonna go see her parents. Now, I don't remember how long these missions are. I'm pretty sure I remember Ellie and Parvati's ones not being that long. So, I think this is gonna be kind of like a boring episode, guys. There's not gonna be a lot of fighting. Again, I don't remember if there is or not. There might be a side mission we could do on the Groundbreaker. I don't know. But, yeah. And then once these are done, and I've confirmed that all of the companion quests are done, it's likely that we will complete the 2 DLCs. And again, I don't remember if the DLCs are that long. I don't think they are. At least not the murder on Eidos. That one. That's like a Is it coming? Oh, here we go. I don't think that one's long. I do remember the other one, though. I forget what the other one is. What's the other one? I think it's... or maybe it's a Pearl... I don't know. One of them is pretty long. The other one is not. I think it's the first one. So, whatever the first one is, I think it might be the Peril on Gorgon. I don't know, guys. I don't remember this game like that. I have to admit, though, like, I think I remember saying in a previous episode that no wonder why I don't remember this game or something like that. I gotta be honest with you, I kind of want to play this now and try to get some achievements. Like play through the entire game and send the hope to the sun. Because I think that's an achievement, but you have to have, like, really, really, really low intelligence. So you gotta play through the entire game and have low intelligence. And then, of course, try to save Edgewater, which that might have to be from there.
Place. Smell that?
And desperation.
Cleaning solvent and desperation.
Alright, well, let's go in. I don't know why I always pull my gun out, but here we are.
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. I don't know what to say. She's usually not like this. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Are you trying to make me look bad?
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
I mean, we had other business in Byzantium, so it's not like we went out of our way. But you can't just kick us out. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. She's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
I tell you what, I don't know about how y'all are feeling about this. This is probably the best dialogue in the entire game. I don't know why. I'm sitting here over here. I want to go grab and make a bag of popcorn or something like that and start eating this, listening to this. This is fantastic. I love this. This is great. Like, it's funny.
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joyful secret deep within our hearts.
And you'll report it to the insurance company, right?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
This is amazing. You know, this is great. I can really tell that there was actual humor at Obsidian at one point in between New Vegas and Avowed, and these people who did this quest are no longer at Obsidian. They're really not. Or maybe some are, but they're not. They're just not this funny. I find this, and I enjoyed actually this quest, like when because I did this too at one point. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. I actually like choosing the listen quietly option because it lets them talk to and say more funny things. But listen, this is great. If you really knew your daughter, you know quiet is not in her vocabulary. That's funny to me.
She hasn't changed a bit, I see.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. fine. I'm gone. Forever this time. Can we talk? Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug? Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob. I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. I'd love to know how you'd describe getting kneecapped. But I want to talk about me now. Can I just have a drink and punch some poor defenseless pillow instead? Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money? I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
I am not entirely sure if that's the way it works, but this is a video game, and I'm sure it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, you
yeah.
treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
Anyway, let's do this, and I'm pretty sure there's not much left to this mission after that, but you know, we shall see. I hope you guys are having a great day as always. Oh, here we go. What's this?
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Alright, well, I guess we are... What does it say? We're going to Fallbrook? Is that what we're doing? Okay. I guess let's do that. I was honestly under the impression, and I forgot, that that this mission was a bit longer than I thought, but here we are. I guess we'll go to Monarch, and we will go. I guess we'll just go to the Stellar Bay one. I'm pretty sure we've been to Fallbrook, right? I don't know.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Alright, let's keep Parvati out. We'll need Ellie, of course. And let's continue. I'm pretty sure Parvati's is definitely easier than this. Oh yeah, we have been there. The only thing different that I would do about this game is, and honestly, I forgot it. I just wanted to kind of move through the game. I would definitely, as soon as we got on the Groundbreaker, now that I know and remember correctly now, as soon as I would have gotten on the Groundbreaker, I would have gotten Ellie as a companion, and would have just kept them. I do want to see something, though, real quick. I want to talk to this lady.
Come for vice or virtue? Because we only sell one here. I'll presume you mean Arthur, the one you sent scurrying back like a sprat with his tail cut off? Reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if the marauders who botched my drop were dead. If it's one that don't mind getting dirty, then I sure do. But how am I to know whether you're reliable, if not fully trustworthy? That you won't ever do. But I like your style, so I'm willing to take a risk. We'll consider it a trial run. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid fucker who's gonna get it for me. Guess you've got it figured out then. Good. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do. Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end. It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the Dry Goods and Sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
I kind of thought that conversation would have been simpler, but anyway, let's talk to this person right here.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind. So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Are you serious?
Well, we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that illustrated their daughter's clumsiness and capriciousness.
Hey, those are entirely made up.
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud. Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
And I get it. I know it was low. But once again, the persuasion line, intimidation, continues to prove to be very, very powerful in this game.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Yeah. The funny thing about getting what you want is then you gotta figure out what to do with it. I've never been much of a planner. Makes my eyeballs itch. Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe making it into the right pocket. What's the point of planning for anything around here? Hate to say it, but Halcyon's already there. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee. Could have fooled me with all your tough talk. What's gotten into you? You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you. You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests. It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing I've got to a code. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feelies, huh?
And just like that, we are done with this mission. So, we are done with that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do Parvati's now. Oops. Ellie gained the Beyond the Great perk. See Ellie's detail. Oh yes, that's right. I'm pretty sure that every time you complete a mission, I don't... Reduce cost of bribing people. Cost of bribes is 50%. Fantastic. Okay. Well, anyway, every time you complete one of their things, they gain a perk, and I am losing it right now. I'm trying to figure out where I am. Now I got to go to the Groundbreaker, and Parvati's mission is actually like pretty simple. I remember it's just trying to get her a date with some engineer or something like that, but I don't remember. I don't think there's a lot to it. I'm not sure. I don't know. But honestly, I usually do this with Ellie.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Could I have a word?
Yes, Vicar, you could have a word with me later. I don't know if Vicar Max has... Well, maybe they all do. I definitely don't know about Sam. I don't think I've ever done Sam's before. But, yeah. we will be doing all their quests. So. And this is another person, whoever this is, I forget, is someone who we should have talked to a while ago. We may even have to, I don't remember if we have to do a quest, but we might have to. Yeah, see this? It's like all hot in here. I remember this.
Hotter than usual in here. Hope we're not catching Junlei on a bad day.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. I'm sure there's plenty of both around these parts. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going, most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard. Dr. Fenhill, I hope you've reconsidered my offer to stay on full-time. My crew are never short on dents and bruises.
I'm trying to live a more balanced life. Gun in one hand, scalpel in the other.
I already knew it'd be easier to teach an automech heart surgery than to change your mind. Fair travels, Ellie.
Groundbreaker's a small town in a big ship, and anyone who spends any time here gets to know Junlei.
We don't see a lot of competent surgeons on Groundbreaker. Dr. Fenhill is my on-again, off-again freelancer. I take it she'll be joining your crew full-time?
I don't like to put a label on things. Let's keep it casual.
If you ever decide to settle down, there's a home for you on Groundbreaker.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
So I was watching this serial the other night, yeah? You know that slick-looking spacer from All My...
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well... She sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. No, ma'am. That's not it. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Come on, Captain. This is no time to be fooling on me. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
Parvati's my favorite character in this whole game. Like, there's a lot of charm to her, a lot of character to her. I think that she's probably, not only is she probably the best companion, but I really do think she's like the best character in this whole game. She's really, and I'm so lucky, I'm so lucky, I think a lot of people are lucky that she's your first companion and you literally get her, I would assume like, you could probably get through the first hour of the game. Well, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. Pretty quickly you get her. And she's with you for the majority of the game. So, yeah. Well, let's go check in here and go from there.
How's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay, so... what are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper. Oh, no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my hands all twitchy, you know? I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said, and feeling my heart shake. Oh, beer. I guess, yeah, I can do that. Beer can be good. I bet. Bottoms up.
Think of it like a fizzy tea that's gone a little off.
Ah, this tastes like the underside of a boot. People drink that for fun? Oh, Captain. I'm pining for Junlei something fierce. What am I doing? Yeah. I guess we are that, huh? Friends. Friends give each other counsel, right? What do you think I should do about Junlei? Because I feel about as aimless as an automech with a busted nav chip.
I'd give you my advice, but if I'm being honest, you're probably better off following whatever the captain has to say.
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve. Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come.
Aw, this was just about to get fun.
Shush you. Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared.
So, I heard something. I never tried it. But apparently, if you play as a female captain, you can romance with Parvati. And as I've already played this game as a male, I never had the chance to do it. I'm wondering if this starts it. And I'm really curious, because I want to know. So, what about me?
You're swell, Captain, don't get me wrong. I like spending time with you, going on adventures and all, but that ain't the same as romance. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me? There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not? You're not. You're like me? So we're kin-like. That makes me, well, unaccountably happy, Captain. It's a lonely thing being different like this. So, feeling how you do, what if she really does like me and then she changes her mind? What do you mean, Captain? So if I'm doing my very best to be kind and open-hearted, I shouldn't worry how she thinks of me? Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts. Yeah. I like the way you put that, like, it's okay to want to be better for her, and not impossible to try. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... wow. So much to think about. Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should? All right. There's no need to strip your screws over it. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
This was fun. We should do it again after you send that message.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
So, I thought that you could romance, but I actually just looked it up. There's no way to romance anybody in this game. So, I thought someone told me that, but I just looked it up. The only like romance option for Parvati is this. I did see that we leveled up though, so let's continue with the long guns and the persuade, and honestly I want to do hack and lockpick. I really don't know what to do anymore with those. So so we have another level here. So I'm trying to think here. Let's see. I'm thinking, let me just do this one. Guaranteed next critical shot. Alright. Okay, I think that's what we're going to have to do. And let's go talk to Parvati about what's going on.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises. Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those 2-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and, I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
And there you have it. There is Parvati's, that is Parvati's, what's called? Her story and her thing. So then all we got now is we got the Starcross Troopers. I'm pretty sure, what time we got? 48 minutes. I'm pretty sure Sam has one, I think. I don't exactly know where to talk. I didn't show this off before, but each character has like different stuff about them and everything like that, like in their rooms and everything. I don't know off the top of my head which rooms these are, but
there's something weighing on my mind.
Huh. Yeah, that's her stuff. Oh, this is Sam right here.
Discovered in location
what the heck?
X99-orange-527.
Oh, I was gonna say, is she dead? But I just saw her hand move, so she's alright. Alright. I want to see something about Sam.
Analysis. 2.5 years. Thank you, customer. Warning! Raptidon claws carry bacteria and have the potential to cause organic death due to massive amounts of blood loss. Service cancellation request processing. All SAM units travel fully assembled in a 12x12 corrugated steel box. SAM units live to clean and clean to live. Scanning for C. Thank you. SAM, merciless. All SAM units. Did you know SAM units are capable of equipping regulation-grade flamethrower nozzles? Upgrade your attachment today and get to firing away. Did you know? Got stubborn stain.
So I don't know. I guess I thought that he had, I don't know. Let me talk to Felix real quick.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Okay, so that's something that we're going to work on later. I don't think we could talk to... Because she's drunk out of her mind. I don't think we could talk to her. So in the next episode, actually, I do want to see if the Vicar needs anything wherever he's at. Alright, let's talk to him.
Anyone with eyes to see would not be shocked to hear that the colony is dying. But the board's solution, on the other hand, choosing to save themselves and their families and friends at the expense of the rest of the colony? Those fucking bastards. What are we going to do about this? I couldn't agree more. Anything you'd like to discuss? I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them. My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain.
Okay, so before I end the video, I just want to go over this real quick. Oh man. When did I get all this stuff? Zora's charge, okay. I guess that's from defeating the queen earlier. I forgot I had all this. For helping Adelaide. What are these? I forgot that I actually get stuff. I guess I forgot to show it off too. But like, yeah. Yep. You get to kit out your thing. I think it happens automatically as you progress through the story, so it shows up. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked here. I have been... There's the Groundbreaker, by the way. I have been looking at the... While we're talking to Vicar Max, I looked at the stuff. This is Vicar Max's last companion quest. You see, we got the illustrated manual that recruits Vicar Max, and then the Empty Man is a personal quest for him. So when we complete that, he'll be good. The reason why we did not get the companion perk for Parvati is because there's an additional Parvati quest called Don't Bite the Sun, and that's the actual quest where we help her get on the date with Junli. So after that, she'll be done. Sam does not have another quest. He just has the cleaning machine, which recruits him. Ellie is done. We've done Worst Contact, and we've done the Low Crusade. Star-Crossed Troopers for Nyoka is the other one, and Felix has Friendships Due. And I guess the reason why... Oh, look at our character. And I guess the reason why... we don't have like 2 quests for well, yeah. It looks like Felix only has 1 quest. I don't know why that is. Anyway, those are the quests. So we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. We're going to do some more quests in the next one. It's likely that in the next one we're going to do Friendships Due and the Empty Man, and we will go from there. Star-Crossed Troopers, I think, is a decently long mission. So we will worry about that later on. but we were able to complete a few things and go from there. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I know that I thought this was going to be a shorter episode, but I wanted to get talk to our crew. I wanted to get our stuff up and everything like that. Complete our companion quests. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry, I just wanna... This is the toilet. And the reactor's right there. And there's Parvati. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day.